Welcome to Web Development Complete course. This is another tutorial and please to subscribe this channel if you are new to this channel. So let's start today's tutorial. We are learning Python and today we are going to learn data types in Python, and today's class is focusing on strings data type. Here I have a variable text and which hold a string called kitty cat, and if I wanted to check whether my text is title, it will return you a true if the string follows the rules of a title. So now we have txt equal to kitty cat, and if we are checking this by txt dot is title of, and it will return you a true because kitty cat I wrote as a title and it follows all the rules of a title. Now I have another text called txt equal to moon, and if I am again checking as this follows all the rules of a title like txt dot is title of, and it will return you a false because it's all are lowercase letters and it's not following any rules of a title. Right now I can check whether my string is uppercase or is lowercase. So I can check this out by txt dot is upper of will return you a false because my text is not in uppercase, it's in lowercase. So right now I can check txt dot is lower of, and it will return you a true because it's in lowercase. This is how you can check a string by using various methods. Join, which join all items in a tuple into a string using a specified character as a separator. Right now we can learn this tuple in the further videos. Tuple, just consider like it's a round bracket, inside that we are listing few words. Now we can use a tuple which is separated by commas, and if we wanted to join this, now I have a text variable in which I am holding a tuple, and inside the tuple I have mentioned three strings like Anushree, Maruti and Vicky, and these are separated by commas. Now I wanted to join these three separate words by using a hash symbol. Then I can use x equal to, x is again a variable in which I am storing the hash inside a string dot join of text. Now it will join all the three words by using this hashtag. Now if I am printing this x, I will get Anushree hash, Maruti hash and Vicky. So this is how you will be using a join. Here we can say the split of method and join of method are just opposite to each other. Here we know that the join of method which joins the elements of an iterable to the end of the string, and it gives you a string. In the case of split off the strings at the specified separator and returns a list. So this operation is doing the opposite things. Now we have an example called text is a variable here, and the text which hold a string, and the string contains Anushree, Ash Maruti, Ash Vicky. This is the output that we got from the join of method, and now we can use a split of here. Here we are splitting by using an element called hash. Now we can say txt dot split of, in the bracket we can mention the hash symbol, and it will give you a list. Here it returns a list of words which is separated by commas. This is what I have told you. The split of method is just opposite to join of method. Here we have another method called lstrip_of, which returns a left string version of the string. Actually it removes the spaces to the left of the string. We can also define it as the method which removes any leading character. Usually default it is space. Here I have a txt variable in which I am holding a string called John is hungry. Here you can see I have given a space as well as at the starting of the string and at the end of the string. Right now we can try it with lstrip_of, and txt dot lstrip_of, and in the bracket I'm passing a space, and it's not necessary to pass a space because default it will take a space. Now only the starting space which is removed, the ending space still is there. So this is how it's work. So it only removes the leading spaces. This is what I have told. txt.lstrip will give you the result. No need of mentioning the space inside the bracket. Now I have another method called rstrip. rstrip is a method which will give you a right trimmed version of a string. It will remove any white spaces at the, or we can define the rstrip method removes any trailing character, the character at the end of the string. Spaces is the default trailing characters to remove. So now if we try with the txt, we can try it like this. txt.rstrip, it will give you John is hungry and only the ending space which is removed. The starting space still is there. This is how rstrip works. Now we have another method called findOf. The findOf method which searches the string for a specified value and returns the position of where it was found. So the findOf method finds the first occurrence of the specified value, and we have already mentioned findOf method returns -1 if the value is not found. Here I have a text txt equal to monkeys are monkeys. Now if I wanted to find the monkeys, I can use txt.findOfMonkeys. Here we can say that it gives you 0. So it is in the 0th index. There is a monkey at the end of the string, but it's not considering that because it will only take the first occurrence of the specified value. Now we have another method called rfindOf. Here the rfindOf method which searches the string for a specified value and returns the last position of where it was found. Here it takes the last position of monkeys because we have 2 monkeys in the string, and it took the second one or the last one and it gave you the index 12. It is just like findOf, but it will give you where the specified value last occurred in the entire string. So here we have findOf and rfindOf. findOf will give you the first occurrence of the value and rfindOf will give you the last occurrence of the value in the entire string. So we have another method called indexOf. IndexOf works exactly same as findOf, and only the difference is that it will return an error message when the element is not found. So the indexOf which searches the string for a specified value and returns the position of where it was found. Here we have txt.indexOfMonkeys and it returns 0. Similarly, rindexOf which will find the last occurrence of the given element. Here right now txt.rindexOfMonkeys will returns you 12. So this is how rindexOf and indexOf and rfindOf. LfindOf will give you the first occurrence of the value and rfindOf will give you the last occurrence of the value in the entire string. Now we have another method called startsWith, and the startsWith will check whether the string starts with a specified element. Now we have a text we have taken monkeys are monkeys. Now we can check whether this text starts with a m or not. We can check this out by txt.startsWithOf, and in the bracket we can pass the specified value, and here we are checking with m, so we can pass m and it will give you a true. And we have another method called swapCaseOf. Like txt.swapCaseOf, it will return you a string in uppercase. SwapCaseOf works in between cases. If it is in lowercase, it will convert into uppercase, and if it is in uppercase, it will convert into lowercase. So this is how swapCaseOf method works. Here I have another method which is called titleOf. TitleOf method converts the first character of each word to uppercase. Here I have given my text txt equal to monkeys are monkeys, and when I given that txt dot title of, and it gives you an output in which the first letter of each word become uppercase. This is how title of works. And we have another method called setFillOf. And what does setFillOf do? Which will fill the string with a specified number of 0 values at the beginning. Here I have a text called txt, and txt equal to a string, that is 50, and here I am writing txt.setFillOf, and inside the bracket I have to mention how many numbers of zeros I need before 50. So it will give you an output, the 50 with 10 zeros before the txt, our input text. And I have another method called ljustof. It returns a left justified version of a string. Here I have a text or a string in the variable called txt. Here I am taking txt equal to Google and find, and if I wanted to justify it left side, I can use txt.ljustof, and inside the bracket I have to mention, I will have to pass how many character long. I just wanted to justify that. So right now, here I have txt.ljustof 50, and here it returned a 50 characters long left justified version of the word Google and find. And I have another method called rjust, and the rjust, it will right justify the string, or it will give you a right justified version of a string. Here you are taking the same example like txt, which is equal to Google and find, and now if we are giving txt.rjust of 50, it simply means it returns a 50 characters long right justified version of the word Google and find. So this is how ljust and rjust work. And here I have another method called partitionOf. Here the partitionOf method, which returns a tuple where the string is parted into 3 parts. So whatever be the length of the string, it will be parted to 3 parts, and it will give you the output as a tuple. So now I have txt, a variable, and which hold a string called I can't find him. So if you wanted to partition it, and you can use txt.partitionOf and just mention the word inside the bracket. So it will search for the word and it will return a tuple with 3 elements. Now it will return you everything before the find, and you will get the find word, and again you will be getting everything after the find. So here you will be getting 3 words based on this find, and find will be the middle word, and based on that you are partitioning this entire string. And now we have another method called rpartition. In rpartition also, inside the bracket we used to give a word, and based on that it will be parted. Here rpartition will also return a tuple where the string is parted into 3 parts, but the only difference is that it will search for the last occurrence of the word, and it returns the tuple with 3 elements, and the other things, the rest things are similar. It will take everything before the word, and it will take the word, and it will take everything after the word. Here we have an example, like here we are taking the same txt variable in which we are holding a string called I can't find him, and here we are giving txt.rpartition of find. Now it will parted to 3 based on find, and find will be the middle element, and it will give you an element before the find, that is I can't, and it will give you the word after find, that is him. So it's work exactly as partition, but the difference is that it will go and search for the last occurrence. Let's see how it's working. Like we have another example like txt, that's equal to a string, and That is, my car has a car friend. So we have two car here. So if we are planning to partition based on this car and we are taking our partition, it will go and find the last occurred word, like it will go and find the last occurred car. So right now txt dot r partition of car, it will give you three words and the middle word would be car and the first word would be my car has a and the last word would be friend. So this is how it's working. Now we have another method called make trends of. Actually, it will return a translation table to be used in translation. Here make trends of which work with translate of method. So this combination of make trends of method and translate of method which works together. Right now, a make trends of method which will create a mapping table, and this mapping table we can use it in the translate of method, and this translate of method which will replace any character with another character. This is how it's working. For instance, here we have txt variable and this txt variable which holds a string that's here, there and with an exclamatory sign. Now I can create a table. So my table equal to, like it's a mapping table, and I can create this by using make trends of method. Here what I am doing is, first of all I am making str dot by using make trends of method, and in which I am passing two variable like t comma k. Here what I am mentioning is there is a mapping between t and k. So every t there should be a mapping towards k. So this is just a table in which we are just creating a relationship between t and k. This make trends of, it will work with another method called translate of. Here the make trends of, it will create a mapping table and use it in the translate of method. Here all the t's would be replaced by k. Now I can give print of txt dot translate of my table. So now I will be getting an output which all the t's are replaced by k. So right now I'll be getting an output. Here all the t's would be replaced by k. So when we are using this print of txt.translate of my table, here in my table we already have a relation between this t and k, already have a mapping between them. This mapping we are using in translate of method, and here we are taking the txt, the input, and in which we are applying this mapping effect by using translate of method, and we will be getting this output. This is how make trends of works. Make trends of actually works with translate of method, so it is working combiningly. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you liked the video. If it is so, please like, share and subscribe, and so thank you so much. Bye.